Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to Flying with the Foam on HJN. For this segment of Flying with the Foam, I suggest that you buckle yourselves down, because after all, I've talked about this blaster before. I've talked about how, well, badly designed and constructed it was. But I also talked about the many other interesting tropes, qualities, and aspects about it as a whole. So, anyways, prepare yourselves now, because episode 635 is the Zombie Strike Nailbiter. I mean, I don't even know where to begin at this point. I legit just don't know where to begin at this point. Because, well, first of all, if you're very familiar with the N-Strike Mag Strike, then, well, this is probably something that you might recognize. A clip that rises up as you pull the trigger. But unlike the Mag Strike, this is not one of those blasters where it is fueled by air that you pump into it manually, and then squeeze down on the trigger to release all of the darts inside of this clip. Because, well, first of all, there's only 8 darts in this clip and not 10. So that's pretty much one thing out there that I don't necessarily find to be fully appealing to most people out there. Also, look how huge this freaking trigger is. Look at that. That fits my whole hand on there perfectly. And my pinky is just sliding off a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, a trigger that fits your whole entire hand? Like, I don't really know at this point. What was the problem with having one simple, small trigger for one finger, which is this one right here? What was the problem with that? What were they thinking? So anyways, unlike the Mag Strike as well, so this is two things about the Mag Strike and Nailbiter that are both different when it comes to the magazine itself. 8 darts, plus it's permanently attached. You cannot detach this thing to reload. Although it conveniently is out all the way like this, so you can put in all 8 darts and then just push it back in to arm it. And then of course, yeah, right here and there, this is pretty much familiar territory that I've been in the past. Of course, you remember when the first time I talked about the Nailbiter, back when Aftersalt was a thing, then, well, simply put, yeah. And I got it jammed all over again. Well, you know what? I might as well just stop there before I do any more weird dilemma with this thing. But anyways, yeah, only 4 darts left, so realistically I only managed to get through, well, 50% of the whole capacity of this entire thing. I guess there are a few other complaints I probably should mention because, well, even though I was not necessarily very fond of some blasters in terms of their appearance and their functionality, this one seems to hit the road with many other things in mind, because after all, this is a blaster that, because of the kind of functionality that it had with a giant trigger and a few attempted rip-offs of the Mag Strike AS-10, which already was a pretty popular blaster because of its function of utilizing compressed air as a way to unleash a large amount of darts in a very fast situation. But this one here tries and pretty much fails in most departments in that way, and many others. Because after all, yeah, you probably get my point here right now, but anyways, I ain't even done here. So, Yeah, 3 darts remaining because I tried to finish it off, but no. It just couldn't do it. I might as well also mention that because of all this crabbing right here, I probably shouldn't be talking about it anymore, but would you trust that they actually made accessory kits for this blaster? Yeah. They made a Zoom and Doom and a stock for the Nailbiter. No joke. And nail gun complete with a barrel and stock. As strange of an idea as I feel that it is, how would you ever guess that those were supposed to be made for the Nailbiter? And more importantly, why would you want accessories for a blaster that already has a lot of terrible things following it? And I don't mean to jump to conclusion here, but a blaster of this sort should not ever be complicated to handle. It shouldn't jam. It shouldn't, well, misfire. It shouldn't do... Yeah. I'm done at this point. Well, I don't really plan on throwing it out, but I will say that with all the things in mind, all the different parts about it that I've already mentioned, and the many things about it that I might as well say now. Nailbiter really ain't worth it. It ain't worth your time, it ain't worth your money, and even if it's on sale, I'd stay as far away from it as possible. Because if I were any of you, a blaster like this really does not need to be tended to, and probably even part of a collection. And some people might suggest otherwise, but don't. Spammers, liars, fishers all over the web are going to do anything and everything to ruin your lives. And being that I refuse to be any of those 3 things at all, I'm going to say it loud and clear. The Nailbiter sucks! It just sucks. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm on edge at this point. Severely on edge. But you know what? I guess all of this was just worth saying a few things about an already bad blaster that I've handled before, and wow, lots of things seem to be okay about it at first, but then it slams you down. This certainly ain't the worst blaster that I've ever had in my collection, nor would it be as bad of a blaster for some beginners out there, but as time goes on, we should really learn to move on. The Nailbiter is sucky and absolutely rotty. So not worth anybody's time here, but anyways, that's just my talks on the Nailbiter. Second time now I've reviewed the Nailbiter as a whole. So that's twice that I'm tearing it apart, piece by piece, for analysis and critique. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.